Hello, welcome everybody. I'm glad you're here on the webinar tonight, and let me take care of just a couple of little housekeeping things that I need to take care of. Hope everybody's having an awesome night. I don't know what the weather's like where you live, but oh my goodness, we had an amazingly beautiful day today here in Texas. I am so ready for nice warm weather. This girl is a summer girl, not a winter girl. I could never live anywhere cold. So I know all you people who live someplace cold are probably going, yeah, you're a little wimp, and I am. I'm enabling the chat. So what that means is up on the top right corner of your screen, if you've not been on a webinar before, there should be a little panel that you can click on that will open up a chat screen. So I'm going to type in there first, and would love to make sure that you guys can hear me and see me before we get started. I'm seeing, hey, Sperry and Schwan and Ann and Renee, Joe, welcome to the webinar. So happy to have you. I know we're going to have more people popping on here over the next couple minutes. So let me know, y'all type in the chat box and let me know that you can hear me and see me before I get going and pull up the PowerPoint to get our training going tonight. Everybody see me and hear me? Awesome. Okay. Ann, awesome. Can see me and hear me? Great. Sperry, hello. Looking forward to it. Great. Glad you can hear me and see me. Wonderful. Okay, so guys, listen, I really want this, as always, to be interactive. This is just not about me talking at you. It's really about me getting feedback from you as well. So I will be showing you a PowerPoint and talking, obviously, but I'm going to be checking the chat. So I really want you, if you have questions as we go, type them in the chat. And then I'm going to come back over periodically and check that so that I can make sure I'm answering questions. I'm excited about what we're going to be learning, what you're going to be learning tonight, or I'm going to be teaching you, and I'm learning right along with you too. That's the beauty of this profession, is we learn, well, we invest, we learn, we test, we make adjustments, and then we teach. Because I don't ever teach anything unless I've actually done it. That's just my rule of thumb. I'm in the trenches, I'm doing the do, I'm working, and then I want to turn around and teach you guys how to, build the business of your dreams, because obviously that's why we're in network marketing, I'm assuming, for most of us. So I'm going to quickly share my screen. So guys, let me know that you can see my PowerPoint, please. If you'll type into the chat that you can see my PowerPoint, that would be awesome. I'm typing and I'm having a hard time typing. So I just typed in, can you guys see my PowerPoint? So y'all can let me know before we get going. Welcome to whoever else is just popping on. We're happy to have you. Thanks for joining us. Okay, awesome. Ann says yes, y'all can see it. So I'm going to get started, guys. So welcome. Good for you for being on here tonight. We had a bunch of people register for this. I think a lot of people are interested in the topic that we're going to be diving into tonight, but you guys are the ones that showed up, and that's what leaders do. So I'm super impressed with you guys, and I really appreciate you and your time that you're carving out to spend with me. I just want you to start off before we get going, and I want you to imagine that it's a year from now and your network marketing business has grown. Imagine that you're earning a significant income. What does that income look like? Imagine that you have a thriving team. How many people are on your team working the business and using your products or your service? Imagine that you have an online presence that is bringing you 10 to 30 highly interested prospects to you daily. Imagine that you have a loyal following of raving fans that see you as the authority. I want you to visualize that. Imagine that the financial freedom that you are achieving is giving you a glimpse of the time freedom that is coming. The freedom to design your days exactly as you choose. How would you design them? What does that look like for you? I want you to imagine this. So I want to welcome you guys. Are you ready to kill it online? Because I think that's why you're here, is to learn how to do that. And I'm excited to show you. Are you having success making money and enrolling teammates online? Tonight, discover how an old school network marketer, that would be me, has successfully bridged the online world in less than 32 weeks. And I have to say that it could have been quicker had I not dragged my feet in the beginning. And I'll share that. But warning, guys, this training is really only for those who are looking to crush it online. So if that's not you, then you might want to go ahead and, jump off, because that's what we're going to be doing tonight. So who am I? Well, my name is Emily Quisenberry. I am a wife of 22 years and a mom to 3 amazing kids. And here we are at the beach. We love the beach. It's actually part of my why. I want to have much more time at the beach. We love Seagrove and beaches of 30A. If you've ever been there in Florida, it's in the Florida Panhandle. It's absolutely gorgeous, and we want to spend a lot more time there. This is my family just here recently at Easter. We love hanging out and being together, and they're, again, part of my why, a huge part of my why. I'm a serial entrepreneur and a 9-to-5 job rebel, have been most of my adult life. I have 20 years of experience in old school network marketing. And here's a picture of me at our convention in my company, actually speaking after receiving an award for being a top recruiter in the company last year. And here I am after getting my award. That was a very proud moment for me. I had absolutely no idea that I was getting that award. It's pretty cool when you can be recognized for your hard work. In 2003, I decided to expand online. As I said, I had been an old school network marketer and had really built and learned the skills to successfully build teams and earn income the traditional way. But I really knew that there was a way to leverage the internet. I saw it happening. I just didn't know how to do it myself. So I spent over $13,000 in 18 months to learn how to bridge that gap between where I was offline and where I wanted to be online. Here's a picture of me at a mastermind event recently that I went to where I learned a ton about bridging this. And we're going to talk more about that, but an incredible group of marketers right there that I'm getting to hang out with. Spent 2.5 days in a mansion in Florida with these people, just rock stars. They're just crushing it online. So it was a huge honor for me to be able to be there with them. And truthfully, guys, my passion is to change lives, is to help you sidestep the pain, the difficulty, and the expense that I experienced. And really what I'm about to share with you and I'm about to teach you is the real deal. It's been done in traditional capitalism for hundreds of years, but this is gonna kind of be a raw and unedited webinar tonight. And it's really only for those of you who are leaders or up and coming leaders. It's only for those of you who really want to increase your value to the marketplace, who want to learn how to market and thereby increase the numbers of people who want to join you in your business. So before we move on, I want to give you some advice that somebody gave me, and it was extremely valuable advice. And maybe you've already heard this before, and if you have, just take it with a grain of salt. But we have to stop looking outside of ourselves for something outside of us to make us successful. We have to take full responsibility for every decision and every action that we've taken up to this point in our journey, the good and the bad. And that doesn't mean, guys, that if you're in a bad deal, that you need to stay there. If you don't have leadership, the training, the community to become the leader that you want to be, then you need to change. But because I definitely believe having the right company, the right team, the right product, the right marketing system does matter, because that's why I made a move 14 months ago. It can help you reach your goal faster, but you need to understand this. Nothing outside of yourself is going to make you successful. Okay. And that once we can understand that and recognize that, that's a huge part of it. So it's only been recently that what I'm going to teach you tonight has been taught in network marketing. And it's kind of an unusual, you think, why, if it works in traditional capitalism, why don't they teach it? But it's because people say it's not duplicable or duplicatable. But the truth is 99% of people in network marketing never reach full-time income. Guys, that's crazy to me, 99%. So, and because we know a lot of people are product users, right? We know a lot of people get in with the hopes that, as Eric Worre says, they're posers. They think that it's a magic wand, that it's a lottery ticket, and they're going to make money, in 2 weeks. People don't understand it's a legitimate business that takes time to build, and they don't want to go to work to learn the skills. So that's why people mostly don't reach the full-time income. So in my question to you and my question to myself is that what we want to duplicate, right? No, I don't want to duplicate that. I want to duplicate the people who are crushing it, the people who are the big income earners. So I've been committed and honed my skills over this 20 years that I've been, in the home business. And I've learned how to prospect in the warm market and the prospect in the cold market. I've learned, a little bit about social media in the last couple of years. I've called other network marketers, to try and reverse pitch them. I put ads up. I put flyers out. I was actually days away from purchasing a large lead list for a pretty substantial investment when I really started to get traction online. And I knew there had to be a way to shift from being the pursuer to becoming the pursued. I have to tell you, I owe Mike Dillard a huge amount of gratitude. If you don't know who Mike Dillard is, you need to write that name down. And I really hope you have pen and paper handy and are taking notes, because I do want to share some good stuff with you tonight. Mike Dillard doesn't know who I am, though I did take a course with him. I still don't think he knows who I am, but his teaching and his experience has impacted my business in the most significant way. And I'm here to share what I learned from him with you. So why do you think only 1% are truly successful? And how can you and I become part of that 1%? So there's really two important lessons that we're going to start out talking about. Okay. The first is people follow other people who convey leadership and have personal value. So let's look at an example. Okay. Let's look at, on a big scale, we've got Eric Worre, right? Eric is, everybody pretty much in network marketing knows who Eric Worre is, Network Marketing Pro. He has over 650,000 people who like his page on Facebook. He has a blog that he puts content out on, I would say 4 to 5 days a week through video. Eric Worre has absolute leadership, and he pours value. People want to be near Eric Worre. Okay, so that's a huge scale. Now, on a small scale, you got somebody like me, right, who is putting their name out there, is sharing value, is working to position themselves in a way that people will start to look at me and think, wow, she's a leader. Okay, and I don't say that to boast at all. I just want you to see that this is a progression. Okay, everybody starts someplace. And that's what I want you to understand tonight. You do not have to be Eric Worre to have people see you as a leader. Eric Worre hasn't always been in the position that he's in today. And we're going to talk about that transition. So the second lesson is, to make it big in your home business, you must become a leader who gives value to other people. That's imperative, because people join people. They don't join companies. And if you want more information, guys, on how to become a leader, then you need to watch last week's webinar. Go check it out on my YouTube channel. It's Build a Big Global Team. And that'll kind of talk more about the how to become a leader. But the truth is, that is bottom line. That has to be our commitment in what we're pursuing. I'm going to jump back over, just make sure everybody can see and hear okay. Okay, awesome. Great. So y'all can see everything. Okay. So to have success in your home business, guys, it boils down to two things. Number one, becoming a leader to other people by increasing your personal value. That's number one. Number two, it's learning how to learning how to share your value with others through an attraction marketing strategy. And we're going to talk about that in a minute. So you become a leader. Let's break those two things down. We're going to look more closely at that. So you become a leader by increasing your value. What does that mean? Number one, to become valuable, you must invest in yourself. You must invest time. You must invest money in becoming the person that you were created to be, to live the life that you were put on this earth to live. And that's going to take time and money to become that person. The more valuable that you become, so the more time and money that you spend in yourself and investing in your skill set and your personal growth and development, the more that you do that, the more other people will seek you out. Let's look at Eric Worre, for example. So about 4 or 5 years ago, Eric Worre was just another distributor in a network marketing company. Now, I'm not really sure when he exited his last company, but I know that after he did that, he actually went and talked to Mike Dillard. And the reason I know this is because in this course that I did with Mike Dillard, he shared this story. And so Eric Worre wanted to build a following. Eric Worre wanted to become a leader online and have people see him as a leader and really connect with him. And he wanted to figure out how to build a brand and how to speak to an audience. And so he went to Mike Dillard, because Mike Dillard, guys, he's the one that, again, all of this that I'm sharing with you tonight comes from. Mike's the one that really created this book, Magnetic Sponsoring, that I read 18 months ago that absolutely changed the way I looked at my business. The book that it was really more of a training that he wrote for his own team when he was in network marketing, and it was Magnetic Sponsoring, how to attract endless new distributors and customers to you. So Eric knew that this book was out, because by this time it was a book, and he contacted Mike and said, how can I do this? How can I bridge from being offline and being successful to online and building a following and creating a culture and having people see me as a leader? And Mike told him, produce content, which is just another word for trainings or, videos, audios, things like that. Produce that like 3 to 4 times a week and put it into the market consistently. So Eric started a blog, he started his man page, and he started pouring value into the market through video trainings. Now his audience was home business owners, network marketers. And he just continued to teach and teach and train and teach and train and teach and train. And he started having people hear his message. And they started sharing it with their teams. And his stuff now, guys, is crazy viral. Eric Worre, I'm going to show you a couple of posts. So this is one from the 13th, 2 days ago. It was a video. I'm sure it came from his blog. It's probably about 3 minutes. I didn't watch it, but that's generally how long his videos are. Look how many views it has. 62,980 views. I wish I would have captured how many shares there were on this, but I can imagine with that many views, I can't even imagine how many shares there were, or likes or comments. Okay, here's a post of his from April the 7th. And he's just posting, what the difference between super successful people are and everybody else. And look how many people liked it. 4,023 people liked it. I don't know how many comments there were, but there were over 1,000 shares of his post. Guys, that's powerful. That's a leader. And all Eric Worre has done is continued to pour value out into the market. And that's the difference. That's what separates somebody that's successful in their business. And there's people who are actually in companies that are doing exactly what Eric Worre is. I just thought I would pick him because he's not in a company. But that's what separates people, because everybody else online, what are they doing? Their posts don't look like this. Their posts look like, hey, here's my product. Hey, this is a feature of my product, or this is the benefit of my product, or hey, join my business. Hey, do you want to make some money? Hey, do you want to do this? And it has nothing to do with providing value. And we're going to talk more about that. But before we do, let's talk about the difference between a leader and a follower, because this is really important when you're looking at the investing and learning component of becoming a leader. A leader is going to ask, how can I invest in myself to increase my personal value? How can I do that? They're going to ask, what can I learn today, this week, this month, this year to improve myself? And they're also going to ask, what's the one nugget I can take from this? So leaders are constantly reading books, going to trainings, going to seminars, plugging into conference calls, listening to podcasts. They are consistently doing that. And they're not expecting that one thing that they do to provide all the information that they need. They're really just looking for one thing, at least, that they can take away from something to implement and help them improve. Now, a follower is going to ask, how much will this cost? I see it as a negative, rather than the investment. When we invest in something, there's a return. When something costs us something, it's seeming like there's no value. A follower asks, how much more will I need in terms of books, trainings, courses, or conferences? Or is this all that I'm going to need? Does this have everything? And guys, no, there's not one training course or anything that's going to be able to give us everything that we need. This is an ongoing process. And really my shift came when I realized that the more I invested in myself, the more I increased the value of Emily. And the more valuable that I become to others, the more that I become pursued. It's a very interesting process, and it definitely is a shift in our thinking, because all we're thinking about is getting our product and our business in front of people. And that's important, but it's not the number one important thing. The number one important thing online is to become a leader in this space. So I'm committed to gaining a PhD in personal growth, a PhD in the 5 skills of network marketing, a PhD in people skills, and a PhD in online marketing. Anything I can do that's going to help me become better at what I do is what's important to me. So I'm going to pop over and make sure nobody has any questions. Any questions? Make sure you pop them in the chat if y'all have any. Okay, so how are you going to share your value with others? And we're going to do this with a marketing strategy. So in network marketing, our business, guys, is marketing. Okay, so the way I want you to think about this is if somebody gave you a garage full of product, it's great product, nothing wrong with it, something that people buy all the time. If you didn't have the skill to know how to market it, it wouldn't make an impact on your life or your bank account. It would probably stay sitting in your garage. So there is a skill that I think many, many network marketers don't understand when they get bit. I didn't understand it, guys. I didn't understand it for a long time, that our business is marketing. Obviously, it says it right in the word, but I still didn't get it. A little bit slow. So what do we do in network marketing? This is powerful, and I want you to pay close attention to what I'm getting ready to say. We sell a marketing system to the people that we recruit. Okay, we sell a marketing system to the people that we recruit. The marketing system sells the product. Okay, I want to give you an example, and I want you to think about this. Think about McDonald's. Okay, McDonald's is a restaurant and it is a franchise. So what is sold to the franchise owners? When somebody purchases a McDonald's, what are they buying? Are they buying a restaurant? No. They are buying a system for consistently turning beef into cash. That's what they're buying. When they buy a McDonald's franchise, they are not buying a restaurant. They are buying a system for consistently turning beef into cash. It's a money-making system in a box. Guys, that made it so crystal clear for me, and I hope it does for you. That's what they're buying. When we recruit people, guys, we are giving them a system. We're saying this is the marketing system that we use. And then the marketing system, when we follow that system, is what sells the product. And that's the truth. So in network marketing, what is the marketing system that we use? Well, in our team, my team, it's the tools and the instructions that we use to market our business and our products. So we have a 5-step persuasion system that we use in our team. We have training for warm market, cold market, now online marketing. We have training for how to enroll people, how to present, how to ask for the sale, how to follow up. All of that is the system, the marketing system that we use and that we are selling to the people that we bring in as business partners. And so we can very clearly show people how to do it if they're willing to learn the system. Okay. And that's why it's super important to be connected with people and to have a team of people that are teaching you how to do this. So let's get real. What was the last business post that you made on social media? I want you to go back in your brain and think if you posted all on social media about your business. And I want you to know, I want you to be honest with yourself. Was it about your product or your business opportunity? Here's an example. I took this straight off the internet. So it finally feels like spring around here. Are you ready? Blank, and I'm not going to mention the name, can help. I drink my blank every morning and I still love it. Message me to get started. Now, what kind of value is there in that post that's going to help somebody that's reading it? And that's what we're getting ready to get into. It's the nitty gritty. Okay. Or was your last post a value post that would help your reader gain something like knowledge, a business tip, or health info? Because every single person, guys, online and really in life, but we're talking online specifically, is asking one question when they are going through Facebook or going through Twitter or any social media. Oh, sorry. An example of a value post. Here's an example. And I took this off of another person's feed, off my feed, another friend of mine who's in the business. He says, network marketing prospecting tip. It's a good rule of thumb to reach out to 5 new people every day. Okay, that's value for somebody who doesn't know about network marketing and is just learning. They would be like, okay, that's a pretty cool tip. That's something to remember. So the question people are asking is WIIFM. What's in it for me? That's what people want to know. What's in it for me? And when you make a post like the top post, and the reason I know this, guys, is because I've done it. So just hear me. There is no condemnation. There is no like guilt, shame, or anything in what I'm telling you. It's that I've learned this and now I'm testing it and I'm teaching it. So when people are asking what's in it for me, the people who will step up and answer that question by the way they post in their content, they're going to be the ones that will be seen as leaders. So how are you going to do that? How are you going to help people with what's in it for them? Well, number one, you have to learn first how to market yourself as a leader online. Because the truth is, leaders are who build downlines. It's the marketing system that sells the product. Think McDonald's. Keep thinking about McDonald's. Our job is to, when we bring people in, it's to help them become leaders so they can build their downline and execute with the marketing system to sell the product. That's how the system really works. So your success in network marketing, especially if you're going to branch online, is based on 2 things. It's based on your ability to position yourself as a leader so that other people are looking at you because of the great value that you're sharing with them. It's also based on your ability to pour value into the market. Those are the 2 components that really dictate your success online. And when we focus on building leaders and teaching them how to market, we're going to be successful. That is how you do it. So how do you pour value into the market? I know that's probably a question you guys are asking. And I really want to get down to the practicality. So that's kind of where we're going to go now. Number 1, you need to identify your audience. Who do you want to help? Now, there are several different ways you can go here, guys. You can go in the direction like I've gone, which I help home business owners build a rock solid business. You can help people. Maybe your passion is health or fitness. You can absolutely pour value into that audience. into those people who are looking for people that are doing, that's their passion, and that they have content to share. They have knowledge that they know. That's all it is. Maybe you're interested in travel. You can pour value into people about travel. How about personal growth? Maybe you're really committed to personal growth, and that's where you want to really speak. Second question you want to ask is, what is the pain of your audience? So I'm just going to give you an example. In home business, we know that a lot of people in network marketing, their pain is they don't know how to prospect. They don't know how to present. They don't know how to invite. They don't know how to validate. They don't know how to collect a decision. They don't know how to follow up effectively. Okay, those are all pain points, right, in the life of a network marketer. Now you can think in your own target, in your own audience, what's their pain point? And if you can become the person that your content helps them with their pain, right? So that's the question you want to ask yourself. How can your content, what you post, help them? Again, remember the question, what's in it for me? That's what your audience is asking. By consistently doing that, talking to your specific audience, thinking about their pain point, and asking yourself, how can my content help them? You will start to become invaluable to your audience. They will be hanging on every word. They will be wanting to hear what you have to say, what your opinion is. They'll be looking to you as a leader. And I really want you to think about this, guys. Think about who you look up to online, and why do you look up to them? Because they help you. Why do I look up to people? Because they help me. They pour value into you. They pour value into me. They offer solutions to you. They offer solutions to me. That's why we look up to them. That's why they've become invaluable. And that's what I want to show you, that no matter where you are in your journey, you can still do the very same thing. It's like I said in the beginning, everybody starts somewhere. When Eric Worre started, creating all his videos, guys, he was, I'm not saying this in a tacky way, but he was a nobody. Nobody knew who he was. But because he consistently over time did that, people started to take notice and things started to catch on fire, and it's now explosive. Eric has gone from having, just videos to couple of years ago, 2-3 years ago, he came out with his book, Go Pro, that just took the industry by storm. The book was only $8 to $12, I think. So almost, tons of people bought it, and it was packed full of value, and they knew that it would be because they'd been following him. Well, then he ends up coming, he had these little events that he had been doing called his GoPro Mastery, and it was a one time a year event. The first year I think he did it, guys, I think there were like 200 people there. Okay, well now he does them in Las Vegas. He's having it in October, and I think there's like 4,000 to 6,000 people that are going, and the tickets sell out in like 24 hours. He's this year launching 2 new events, an event for women that he just released the information on. I think it's in August. And then another event, I believe in London, for his European market. So guys, you talk about somebody who understands how to identify with his audience, how to know what their pain is, how to provide content that's going to help them, and how to create that position as a leader. And it's Eric Worre. Awesome example. So the goal online is to position yourself as a leader, and it's to learn a marketing system that is going to attract an endless supply of quality prospects to you. Then you can begin to build a relationship with these people, which will ultimately increase your sales and your enrollments. Because remember what we said at the very beginning, people join people. They don't join companies. Let me ask you this. If Eric Worre went back into the field as a distributor, how many people would join him? Holy cow. I don't think they would even care what company it was. It could be, the cure, it could be the new salve that's going to cure Aunt Mildred's bunions, right? People wouldn't care. They'd be like, I'm working with Eric Worre. That's what people would be attracted to. because day after day, he has poured value into the market of home business owners through the free content, through his GoPro book, and now through his high dollar yearly events. Eric is a master at marketing and at being a solutions provider. And if that's how you can shift your thinking, no matter what your product is, no matter what your company is, if you can shift your brain into thinking, I'm a solutions provider to the audience that I want to speak to, you're going to have it made. This is the definition of attraction marketing that Mike Dillard coined that term and brought it to network marketing about 10 years ago. And guys, that is why you see only a handful of people online really crushing it, really building significant businesses, adding teammates, and increasing their residual income plan online, because they're the ones that are doing exactly what I'm sharing with you tonight. So I want you to imagine that it's a year from now and your network marketing business has grown. I want you to imagine that you are earning a significant income, that you have a thriving team, that you are a master at warm market prospecting, you're a master at cold market prospecting, you have an online presence that is bringing you 10 to 30 highly interested prospects daily. I want you to imagine you have a loyal following of raving fans that see you as the authority. I want you to imagine that you have the financial freedom that you desire, and it's giving you a glimpse of the time freedom that is coming, the freedom to design your days exactly as you choose. Guys, I recommend with everything that I am becoming a marketing expert. Plug into your team leaders, the ones making the money, and get their help. And if you don't have that, that could be a sign it's time to move on. I don't know, guys. It was for me. I had to make that decision 14 months ago. Commit to learning the skills to market offline, super important. And if you want to build online, you've got to commit to really finding and following somebody who has what you want. It's what Eric Worre did, right? He contacted Mike Dillard. That's a clue. So let's talk about what to do now. Let's talk about the practical steps of how you're going to take what you've learned tonight and how you're going to go put it into practice. Because guys, it's not just about investing. It's not just about learning. It's about testing what you learn, noticing your results, adjusting, and repeating. So now we're going to learn how to test it. Number one, you need to create a Facebook fan page. If you don't have one, you need to create one, and it needs to be not your product, not your company. It just needs to be you. If you are on my fan page, you know, if you've liked it, you can go check it out, see how I have it set up. There's other people. Go look at Eric Worre's fan page. Go look at Sandy Krakowski's fan page. Go look at Danny Johnson or Ray Higdon or Todd Falcone. Or, I mean, there's just so many people. Susan Sly, there's a lot of people I could, Mark Yarnell, people that I could just keep telling you, go look at their pages. There are in-network marketing companies, but you would never know it. So create that. Decide what your message is. Decide who you want to help, right? Your audience. Is it home business owners? Is it health and wellness? Is it fitness? Is it travel? What is it? Decide what kind of content that you're going to provide a solution for. Okay, so you want to remember, you want to be a solutions provider. So what kind of content is going to give people solutions? I really recommend video. Get comfortable doing video. People love it. People get to know you, they get to like you, and they get to trust you, and that's what allows them to want to do business with you. You're going to post 3 helpful content posts. 3 to 5 content posts a day. And again, they can be quick. The cool thing about having a fan page, if you don't have one already, and this is a free option, there's no charge to create a fan page, is you can actually schedule your posts. You can sit down in 15 minutes and schedule out your posts, the times you want them to come out, and then click schedule and you're done. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. Now, obviously, I'm not going to go into do a whole training on Facebook, but just know that's a piece of the puzzle. I do not believe it is the only piece, though. I think it's a great start. But Facebook is very finicky. And I started out building my kind of online brand and everything through Facebook exclusively. And then once I learned what I actually have taught on before, which is why a blog is so important. I built my own blog, and that is truly where the power comes in. Again, your blog is not going to be your product or your company. It is you, and it is the value that you are pouring out to your audience who wants to know the information that you have that's going to help them. The truth is 86% of influential people online are bloggers. Guys, that's powerful. So having your Facebook page is kind of having real estate on social media, having a Twitter, having an Instagram, having a LinkedIn, having a Google Plus. All those are having real estate. It's a great place to post your content, but you want your blog to be the main house. Okay, it's the main place that you're going to have your content, and it's where you want everybody to go. You always want things to point back to your blog. It'll be the central hub for your content, and it takes your value to a whole different level. And here's what I used, guys, to build my blog. You can click on that link, it's emilyquisenberry.com/home business survival guide. And this is actually a course called the Ultimate Branding Blueprint that my friend Tanya put together. And guys, she has killed it online. She has taught me everything that I know. So I learned the concept from Mike Dillard, and then I've taken what Mike Dillard taught me, and I've connected with Tanya, and she's helped me to put it into practical, into use, into my business, into play. So you're not only going to get to check out the course when you go to that link, but Tanya has a really awesome home business survival guide, like the link says, that she's giving away right now, absolutely free. And Tanya is one that actually enrolled, I think it was almost 100 teammates or over 100 teammates in less than 12 months. She won 4 trips. She's being awarded, I think this weekend, for being one of the top 5 recruiters in her company. She's a master. She's masterful. And again, we want to find people who know how to do something, and then we want to follow them. So I'm following her, and I want you guys to keep plugging into me, because I'm going to show you how to keep doing exactly this, how to create your space online and become a powerhouse to be able to crush it. So guys, that's really all that I have. I want to pop back over and see if you guys have any questions. So I struggle with the how much it will cost question. I'm willing to learn and grow, but I also have a budget. Absolutely. And you have to be responsible. I totally get that. And you do, just like running a normal business. So you have to come up with your budget. You have to decide, like for instance, I at this point have and thank you so much for this question, Sperry, because it's really a good question to ask. And I appreciate your authenticity. Like for me, I have a budget monthly that I spend on personal growth. Okay. And when you're first starting out, guys, your budget may be little. It may be like $10 to spend on one book. Okay. It may be, I don't know what. It may be to buy a training course, and you may save up for a little bit and buy that. Because I will tell you too, that online can be a big black hole. That's why I spent so much money, right, in the beginning that I told you. And that's why I don't want you to do that. Then you need to have a budget for once you start expanding online, you do need a marketing budget. It doesn't have to be a lot. I'm just going to tell you that. It does not have to be a lot to really make a difference. I mean, $5 a day can absolutely change your business. And that's part, if that's part of expanding online. But that's a great question. And it's true. You do have to create a budget that you can work with. But the whole goal when you go online is to start to, over time, you're going to get a return on that investment. And again, there's ways to monetize that you're going to learn as you go if you keep plugging into the people who are doing it and the people who are being successful. So that's a great question, and I hope that helped. Does anybody else have questions? Would love to answer them if you do. Definitely speak now or forever hold your peace. No, I'm kidding. You don't have to forever hold your peace. You can definitely, email me, text me, message me on Facebook. I'm accessible. But the questions help people for sure. And I will tell you that it took me a while. Like when I got the magnetic sponsoring book, which I highly recommend that you do, it's actually on my fan page. I'm sorry, not on my fan page, it's on my blog. If you go to emilyquisenberry.com backslash my favorite tools, I think is what it is, our favorite tools. You can check it out there, but I highly recommend it. And it's not a big investment, but if you are interested in really building your business online, you want to learn from people who've done it and who are in the trenches doing it. If somebody's just kind of sharing information and they've never actually done it, I would be cautious of listening to it, because you don't know if it works. That's the thing I appreciate so much about Tanya. And I just want you guys to know from me that that's my commitment as well. I'm not ever going to teach you something that I haven't personally experienced and worked on. Thank you so much, Anne. I'm glad that you've enjoyed it, and I'm glad you learned something new. That makes me so happy. I'm going to stop sharing the screen now. I guess I could have already done that. So, but guys, I am so thankful that you took time. If nobody else has questions, we're going to go ahead and close it down. I'm 45 minutes, and I really do try to stay at 45 minutes or less. So, my commitment, guys, and my hope for you is that you will build a successful business. And that's what I want to help you do. I want to help you live a limitless life. I believe network marketing is the most amazing vehicle. And I believe that you have what you need within you right now. Every person on this webinar, I believe you have it. That's why you're here. And so my desire, guys, is for you to see something change and for you to have the commitment over the next, guys, this is not a 4-month plan. It's not a 4-week plan. It's a 4-year plan. And it can change your life in that time if you will be committed. And if you'll find that budget, just like Sperry was asking about, find that personal growth budget, find that marketing budget, start plugging in, doing the do, learn the skills offline. I'm never not going to teach that. I firmly 100% believe you need to be building you need to be building offline, and you need to be building online, and find the people that can help you do that. I am so grateful that you've trusted me tonight to share with you. And I would love to hear from you guys. I sit behind this computer, and I don't get to see your face, and I don't get to hear your voice. So if you guys wouldn't mind popping over on my fan page, Emily Quisenberry fan page, and just leaving me a comment, letting me know how this helped you. I would so appreciate it. I want to be there helping you, cheering you on. And that helps me to know that what I'm giving you is helping and is worthwhile. So I would so appreciate that. Don't forget to grab up Tanya's Home Business Survival Guide, emilyquisenberry.com/Home Business Survival Guide. There's like a bunch of S's in there, so make sure you get them all in there. But that's going to give you the opportunity to just take a look at what I used, see if it's anything that is going to appeal to you. But you're going to get a free guide in the meantime, whether you decide to purchase that course or not. So if nobody has anything, then we're going to shut it down. But hey, guys, go and make it a great night. And I look forward. We'll be doing this again, same time next Wednesday. Please share it with your team, with your with other people that you think would want to hear about how to build a business, whether it's offline, online, and I'm going to give a mix of all of that. So if we're not connected on my blog, grab up my Prospecting Blueprint. It's my totally free 3-part series on how to become a top recruiter. So anyway, have a great night. See you guys.